Because the biggest mistake that I see soulpreneurs make on a path that is extraordinary is they quit too soon for a few reasons. They quit too soon. And if nobody knows that you have something to offer, if nobody knows about your gifts, if nobody knows about your offerings, then you're not giving them an opportunity to hire you.
Welcome to the Conscious Creative Podcast, your weekly dose of soul-to-soul conversation that will have you saying peace out to your 9 to 5 to explore in your sacred calling. The topics center around conscious business and interviews with the folks who started them. We'll be exploring the art of being human and what it takes to live your life fully expressed and financially free.
Hello there, and welcome to the live recording of the Conscious Creative Podcast. As you know, if you've been here for a while, I'm Christina Gomes. I help you to go high value, to share your gifts with the world, to package up those gifts into an offering that really resonates with people who are ready to invest in themselves, people who are ready to show up, people who are ready to do the deep work. I know that's who you want to work with. And so today, I'm actually talking about a system that I've been studying over the last year, that I've been studying, that I've been applying to my offerings, and that I've been teaching on. And this system is going to change the way that you offer your offers. It's going to change the way that you approach your creative success and your business success. And this system has been hidden in occult wisdom and knowledge since the beginning of time, really, because this system is hidden in a symbol. Now, symbols are not dogmatic in any way. Symbols are those beautiful messages you receive from the universe. Symbols are math. If you're looking at the symbol, you may recognize it because this is the symbol of the Enneagram. But I'm not going to talk about the symbol of the Enneagram like you might expect today. I'm talking about the symbol of the Enneagram as not a personality test, as the face of God, but as an objective roadmap. An objective meaning that if you follow every step, if you walk every line, you cannot fail. If you follow every step and walk every line, you cannot fail. If you failed, you're not finished. I want to speak to that. If you've quote unquote failed, that's just your mind thinking that you should be further along, but you're not. You're not there. So, this symbol, if you see around the circle, so it's made up of a circle, it's made up of a triangle, and then it's made up of a series of lines. Can you see this? Amazing. So this circle, triangle, and series of lines is an ancient symbol. And when it was brought forth by, I think his name is, I can't pronounce this dude's name, Goodriff. Um, this is a human who brought an esoteric wisdom forward, and it's still sort of occult and esoteric. You know, yoga has gotten pretty famous, tantra has gotten pretty famous, and these esoteric occult wisdom traditions, alchemy has gotten pretty famous. They are starting to emerge more prominent in our lives today. This occult wisdom, known as the fourth way, I didn't study so in depth, but I did study this symbol, studied, applied it to my life, practiced it, and teach it to my clients, because if you want to get to the next level, you got to take people to the level that you're at. And the best way to master something is to teach it. So I started to teach this system to all of my clients, mostly so they can know where they're truly at. Because the biggest mistake that I see soulpreneurs make on a path that is extraordinary is they quit too soon for a few reasons. They quit too soon because it gets hard intentionally at certain points. That's the roadmap. That's what we're facing. All great endeavors are hard at certain points. Anybody's great story that you've read or listened to or heard of, that's famous or otherwise, just somebody that you found that you admire, They have gone through hardships just like you. Nobody has said, hey, yeah, I woke up wealthy. Hey, yeah, I woke up. I mean, maybe if their parents were wealthy, but they all had to go on their own journey of individuation, of creating a name for themselves. And so, anybody that you admire that's done something remarkable in this life has had hardships. And so, the thing that isn't talked about enough is those hardships. And the thing that this roadmap gives us is the exact place where those hardships will ensue. Those hardships will occur, and you'll have to face them, and you'll get to face them. And hopefully, you'll get to face them with a mentor that understands this, so that they're not like, oh, if it's not easy, then it's not for me. I used to say that. I said that at times because, dang it, can it just be easy? And it can. It gets to be easier if we know that the challenging times are not our fault, they're part of the process. And we're able to navigate those challenges, and even more so because I know exactly when those challenges are going to occur, because they occur in the same spaces of this roadmap at the triangle points at 3, at 6, and more closely related to 8 than 9. But at these points of the hero's journey, of this creative compass to your highest revenue months, to your best clients, to speaking on stages, to traveling the world, to hosting that worldwide, internationally recognized retreat, whatever it is that you're looking to accomplish that seems hard, that has you shaking in your knees, that's going like, hey, I've never done this before. How do I do this? You can actually map it out with me on this Enneagram, on this creative compass, on this hero's journey. Because to call yourself a hero is to really have walked through the fire of transformation. And so, what this roadmap has us understanding is that there are certain points and there are certain things that we can actually go forward in time and look at, so that we can gather the correct tools, so that we can gather exactly what it is that we're going to need, so that when we meet those challenges, we actually can go around them or go through the challenge with the support that we need, with the correct tools that we need, with the right mindset that we need, with the understanding that challenging times do not mean that you're not manifesting it correctly. So this is the main thing that I wanted to bring to this session, is one of the problems that we are facing in a world that's absorbed in the manifestation culture. Because I believe in manifestation. I have manifested so many things, but I would have manifested them with much more ease had I known about this creative compass earlier. But all in divine timing, I know about it now. And so the manifestation world will say, focus on the outcome, focus on your self concept, which is always a plus. We got to do our mindset work each and every day. We got to understand that there are better thoughts, better beliefs that we can uh, commune with and feel, and better feelings we can feel. And we're going to move through challenges with a growth mindset with much more ease. So it gets to be easier. It doesn't mean that challenges don't happen, but when we know that the challenges don't mean that we're not designed for this, or that this isn't our path, or that we must be doing it wrong, like the manifestation people will say, just keep believing in yourself. Well, what do you mean by that? I'm actually facing an obstacle that is in the physical realm, and you're trying to tell me that I manifested this physical obstacle. And the truth at the core of it is that we all did, because that's how this universe works. This universe, and this is the face of God, called the face of God for a reason. This universe works in duality. This universe will have you understanding non duality and oneness and the truth of all things, that we're not separated, because you've had that dark night of the soul. You've had that separation. You've had these moments, these come to Jesus moments, these fall on your knees, surrender moments, where the only option was to surrender. And that can be predicted on this roadmap. That's actually point 8 of the roadmap. You always, always, always have to surrender. So when we relate this roadmap to launching, let's say launching an offer, which is going to be my next live program, putting out an offer that is irresistible for your clients. I've mapped out that 8-week journey so that it coincides with all of the points here. Because point 9 at the top is 0/9. This is where we start again. So the other piece to this is just because you've spun this wheel once. So this is a wheel, right? Just like your chakra system is a wheel, just like the globe is a wheel, just like we are on the wheel, the samskara, if you study yoga, but we're on this wheel, this perpetual wheel. And there's actually nothing wrong with that. A lot of yogis will say, get out of the wheel of samskara, get enlightened. And while the enlightenment path is really a path that everybody is on, not everybody is supposed to be a monk in a cave, this round, levitating and choosing when they pass away and being called Guruji. A lot of us were born in a Western woman's body for a reason. The Dalai Lama has said, he's been quoted to say that the world will be saved by the Western woman. Now, I'm nobody's savior, but learning these tools, learning this ancient wisdom, learning specifically this symbol of life, this sacred symbol that is also a roadmap, has made me so much more powerful because whenever I have not reached a goal, I understand that it's not time to quit. And if you really study the stories of anybody who's made a remarkable impact in the world, someone that I love to study and look at her chart is Frida Kahlo. Someone that I love to study. Um, oh, who's the poet? Oh, I do this every time. I keep seeing the name Etta James, but why the Cage Bird Sings. Who is this poet? She passed away. Why the Cage Bird Sings. Maya Angelou. If I don't get that name embedded in my soul, it's such a beautiful name, Maya Angelou. But Etta James is an amazing, beautiful singer. And all of these women have one thing in common. They went through extraordinary challenge and they didn't reach any height of success till very, very late in life. So I'm 41. I know I look a little bit younger, but I'm 41 and I've written a book. I've traveled the world. I've had successful programs, and I still love this powerful knowing that we just get to keep going. We just keep spinning the wheel, building momentum, serving our people. And I know that the best is yet to come. And because I have an objective roadmap to launching, an objective roadmap to creating an offer that is irresistible, and I follow this roadmap every time, I know that success is inevitable. Something that one of my clients, Amy Takaya, said after she had a $30,000 month, she kept repeating the mantra that I had given her in one of my programs, that her success was inevitable. My success is inevitable. Because when you're trying something out for the first time, even the second or third time, say it's the third time you're launching your offer, but it's the first time you're doing it with a predictable, proven roadmap, with an actual strategy or a system or support, and you're like, okay, this is new. There's more pieces to the puzzle than I thought. And that's why my launch didn't go as planned. Like, that's why I didn't have a $50,000 launch with no plan, flinging spaghetti at the wall and just trying out whatever. No, there is a method to the madness. There's a method to the madness. And we might just look at this universe and go, okay, this is madness. It's just chaos. It's just things happening to me left and right. It's just challenge after challenge that I'm having to navigate, including not having the amount of clients that I thought I was, while this person over here seems to be getting all the success. And you know that you've studied just as hard. You know that you care about your clients just as much, maybe even more. And you start to think, am I cut out for this? Is this, the path for me? And I want you to know that yes, if you desire it, you were designed for it. And this is a design, it's a symbol, it's a design, it's a universal symbol for the phrase, the universe has your back. The universe has your back. So, how we use this creative compass in my programs, I actually did a in-depth training on this. It's up on YouTube. It's called Soul Money Mastery on YouTube. You can Google Soul Money Mastery and Christina Gomes, and this training will come up, and it goes in depth on all of the points, the lines, what the circle, the triangle, and the lines mean. And all of that is not that important for our purposes now, but I want you to know that the universe does have your back and that I have your back. And sometimes we're like, okay, I've tried on my own. I still desire this. This is a desire that I just cannot give up. No matter how hard I try, I keep getting the nudge that I'm meant to work for myself, that I'm meant to work from anywhere in the world, that I'm meant to share my gifts, share my voice, share my stories in a much more powerful way. And in doing that, I'm meant to work with people who see me as their go to guide. You're meant to work with people who see you as your go to guide. This is the only way to have a business based on your gifts, based on your gifts of facilitation. If you're a coach, a healer, a mentor, a guide of some sort, if you have trainings and certifications and wild different things, if you've channeled and developed your own special methodology or want to, that's what I do in my next live program coming up next month. This is what we do. I teach you how to channel your own signature methodology so that you are known for something, so that you will be known by name, so that your offering will be known by name. So you can trademark your methodology and actually be the go to guide. So many people are not meeting their revenue goals, not because they don't have passion and not because they don't have the perfect strategy. It's just that they don't have some of the things in place that I know that you need in place in order to set yourself apart, in order to cut through the noise online, in order to not just sound like everybody else on the internet. There are things that you need in place, and we do that in the second module of my program because that's where we start to gather those tools. Well, we start to gather those tools, and in point five is always the point of action. So we start to take bold, massive action on filling up your offers and creating your offer and refining your offer and speaking about your offer. And a lot of people are taking way less action than they could be, all because they think that they need to learn the process of manifestation first. But this roadmap is you walking the real process of manifestation. So most manifestation coaches teach you point one and point two. They teach you how to set an intention and they might teach you what tools you need. But I actually hold space for you during the point of no return. So, walking this line on the hero's journey, this is where we get to the point of no return. And this is so hard. This is so hard. And so, I want to give you that, but it's not easy. Writing a book isn't easy. I've written a book about all the things I sucked on, snorted, and swallowed to try to fix myself. Sucking and snorting and swallowing on those things was not easy as well. It was like I was on this grand adventure to experiment with life. And thank goodness, because I've come across better and better ways each time that I make a mistake. So I have been known to teach on this whole business building, this whole marketing, playful, extraordinary life game through my mistakes so that you don't have to make those mistakes. But ultimately, we grow and learn through the mistakes that we make. So I don't want you to have to make piddly little mistakes. I don't want you to have to make mistakes that are going to cost you many, many years and thousands of dollars. This is why I map out your success for you and with you on this Enneagram. So let's start to talk about some mistakes that I see people make when, and I've made these mistakes, when they don't follow this roadmap. So I know you've heard online, like, don't worry about the how. And especially in the manifestation world, don't worry about the how. And I am not asking you to worry about anything. Worry is not what is going to get you results. However, pre planning and having a plan and having a road mop would be good. You just clean it up. I'm thinking of this sacred, spiritual, astral mop that just cleans up these lines, because these lines are the grooves. These lines are what the universe has set out for us. And if you walk the path, then you're more likely to get somewhere with ease. But on that path, you are going to meet challenges on purpose, because if you are not growing, then you are not becoming the human that you need to become to be able to hold space for that next level client, to be able to put out an offer that feels edgy or that nobody's ever heard of before, to be able to create more content than you thought was possible to create. Because if you're invisible, then nobody knows that you have a thing. And if nobody knows that you have something to offer, if nobody knows about your gifts, if nobody knows about your offerings, then you're not giving them an opportunity to hire you, to buy from you, to sit with you, to sign on to work with you. You're not giving them an opportunity to transform in all the ways that they're capable of transforming, in the ways that you've transformed, in the ways that you've had space held for you, in the ways that you've gone deep into your own transformation and your own dark nights of the soul and your own challenges. And so that challenge is a part of this journey, and we're trying to shortcut our highest revenue month and our most extraordinary life by saying, I'm no longer willing to face the challenges. But when you know that the challenges are coming and when they're coming, you can face them with much more ease. You can actually hire a supportive mentor who knows and is not going to shame you for being in a challenging moment. It is not going to say to you, just do the work. So, in point 3, where it gets challenging for everybody on a sacred journey of extraordinariness, exiting the cult of average, this is what I talk about a lot, because the cult of average sees a challenge, faces a hardship, and they go, oh, just get me back in a 9 to 5, will you? Like, this is too hard, facing rejection, facing failure. This is too hard for me. And so, this is why at point 3, I help you to reinforce your energetic field by giving you the energetic tools and practices that my mentors have given me, that I pass on to you, that fortify your energy field and help you to become unstoppable and un-F-withable. You cannot be effed with when you understand the places in you that you're holding yourself back. And in point 3, we excavate the subconscious programming with energy practices that have you showing up clean and clear. So sometimes you're going through the motions, you're doing all the work, you're doing the strategies that your last coach told you to do, you're taking actions, but your clients are unable to see you because you're holding on to the gunk of the programming. So we actually excavate that and we fortify your energy field by choosing who it is that you want to show up as and how you want to present yourself and who you want to be in your next era, and showing up as her now. So beautiful. You get to do that. And so when challenges are presented in life or in your mind, that you know how to handle them, that you're more equipped to handle them, and you'll have me by your side. In point two of the hero's journey, this is actually where you meet helpers, where you meet the mentor. Like, even in the hero's journey is the one story. It's the myth of all myths, and this is the symbol of all symbols. It's the math of all maths. It's this symbol, this one symbol that is embedded in all patterns of growth, in all patterns of design. If you are giving birth, you will go through each of these steps. If you are creating a next level offer, you will go through each of these steps unconsciously, or with me, you would go through them consciously. And so, all the things that are hard in this life, because if giving birth isn't easy, it's not easy, right? If you've ever given birth, you know that. Some people have an easier time when they're not resisting what is. Um, and same when you're giving birth to a project, when you're giving birth to a community, when you're giving birth to an offering, when you're giving birth to a business that has higher than average revenue months, it's not easy for a reason, but it gets to be much more held in alignment when we go, I've got this. I got my own back. The universe has my back, and I've mapped out my step by step, and I have my own back. And in the hero's journey, we meet the mentor at point two, and it is up to you to actually see that helper as the helper. It's up to you to actually walk with the helper. None of us are doing this alone. So, when it was the hardest for me, has always been when I tried to do it myself. When I was like, because I can do anything myself. I'm a pretty kind of girl that can DIY it. I made all my sales pages myself. There's still things that I love doing myself. All the design, I learned how to design because I love art and I love Canva and I love design. I've always loved design and I always loved making videos. I drove cross country over 20 years ago now. And I made this video and I even had it like on a CD, like this CD on my first Mac. Was it a Mac? Yeah, my first Mac. My boyfriend was all into Macs and he encouraged me to get a Mac. And I ingrained this movie that I made traveling onto a CD. And I had passed it out to my friends that I drove cross country with. And it was absolutely so beautiful. So we're inclined to do different things and we're moved by different things. And you don't have to want to be a designer. You don't have to do all these things on your own. But when we are dealing with a higher than average goal and we want to exit the cult of average, where most people stay just unaware, unconscious that they have the ability to create an extraordinary thing, and it doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but they get to go forth and conquer, go forth and achieve, go forth and take the necessary steps that are aligned with what they say that they want. So many people say they want to win a marathon, but not everybody is going to practice like the people that actually win. So many people say they want to work for themselves, but not everybody is going to learn what it takes to share their voice consistently, create the necessary pathways for people to find them, and to create an offer and create a message around that offer that is going to succeed. And I have those gifts. I have the gift of word to be able to help you to craft a message that is going to be visible to people. And then you just get to show up and share that message consistently. And I also can help you with any blocks that are coming up for you of why you're not being consistent. If you want to be consistent and you're not, then it's okay to admit that maybe you're just meant for an average life. And I hate to say it, but this needs to be told because so many people, even before, like way before in the beginning of my career, they came to me and it seemed like they wanted me to do the work for them. And I had already done so much subconscious reprogramming, so much investing in myself, so much learning. And people came into my program and they were like, hey, where's my 10K month? And this frustrated me so much because I'm not asking you just to sit beside me and hear me speak, and then you're going to be energetically swept into an abundance mindset. This is part of it. You are getting a transmission right here, right now, for free of the way that abundance works. Work Faith without works is delusion. And I love the delusion part of me. I'm a Pisces moon. Anybody else have Pisces placements? Strong, prominent Pisces placements. I love to live in a land of imagination, and you get to. I give my clients meditations, I guide them on meditations in the school, and we get to live in that land of anything is possible. But in order to create that possibility, we need to take action in the now moment. And some of these actions we're not going to like. So one thing I learned very early on, and it could maybe even earlier on than when I was investing in myself, but I learned this lesson growing up because I worked in a working class neighborhood. And the message in the working class neighborhood is like, you got to work. And I did have to work. If I wanted anything, if I wanted clothes, if I wanted to buy a car, if I wanted to go to college, I needed to work. There was nobody coming to save me. And I got that message really early on. So I get to share that message with you. There are people that are here to support you, but save you, you get to have your own back with that. You get to show up for yourself every day because I can't come into your living room, point the camera at you, and film your content for you. I can't come into your home, shake you awake, and say, believe in yourself. I invite my clients to believe in themselves. I give them my 333 belief method first thing in all of my programs, because without the belief and without the correct belief and the most powerful belief in the three things that I give to my clients, then we're always going to fall short. If you don't believe that the universe has your back, if you don't believe it, here's the proof. So this is math, baby. And a lot of you know that the universe is an algorithm. It's made up of math. And the universe is reflecting back to us what we are putting forth. So faith without works is delusion. And delusion isn't bad, but it's only the first step. Intention is delusion. Intention is delusion. And that's point one. At point one, I intend to have $100,000 launch. I intend to fill my program with the best clients. I want to see 7 people in my offer. I intend to create a higher than average revenue month and have a $10,000 month this month. I intend for that. That's beautiful delusion. Believe that it's possible. I've had it. People that you've admired had it. There's women all over the world sharing their spiritual gifts, creating higher than average revenue months. There's no reason that it's not possible for you. And so that is the first step. Delusion and intention is the first step. But the second step is to gather the tools. There's actual physical things in this 3D reality that you will need if you don't have a proper camera. You got to get a camera. And all our phones have that right now. However, when I first started, I'll tell you a little story. When I first started, and there's always been a first start, actually. So this was not a first start, but I was on the edge of a next era. So I had already started with a blog. I was already a yoga teacher, traveling the world, teaching yoga and different sound healing workshops, different workshops that I just made up about. I mean, I didn't make up what the Heart Math Institute is studying about heart frequency and sound healing is a real thing. Healing's a real thing. Sound therapy is a real thing. But I would make up these workshops that were in combination with my passions and hold experiences that were super beautiful and incredible. I had already started, right? I had already was a psychotherapist. I had already been attacked on the job, lost my job due to post traumatic stress symptoms and travel the world teaching and learning and sharing. But I was on the edge of a next era. I wanted my online business to be successful because I wanted to work from anywhere in the world. I wanted to have success online, sharing content and create an audience of people who wanted to hear from me and have some of those people join me in retreats, in programs, in courses. And I wanted to do it internationally because I was traveling internationally. And it was starting to weigh on me having to just get by on little scraps of workshop money. And sometimes people wouldn't show up for the workshop. And then, how was I going to buy my flight ticket to the next place? And it was a lot of headache and stress. And I wanted this part of my business thriving because I also love to chill. I love working from my couch. I love my soft things. I love my plants. I love my cats. I love being at home. I'm a 6'2" in human design. The 2 line is the hermit. I love creating at home and writing, and all of this was hard on the road around a lot of people. I couldn't get in my own energy to write at the level that I write today. But if you are traveling and want to do this traveling, my advice is to find alone time and carve out space to be with just yourself. And I would write on the road. I wrote my whole blog on the road, and it was so beautiful. And the blog was on traveling, so it made sense. So I found time. But wow, just waking up to my own pillows that I have bought, it's a next era for me. And so I wanted that next era. I was sick of living in volunteer communities and in huts and with spiders. I mean, I still live with spiders and scorpions. There's no getting away from that in Central America, Guatemala, where I live. And I wanted a level of security and uh, safety and coziness that I wasn't receiving of the hardships of traveling. Okay. So I decide this. I'm teaching and sharing a residency with my good friend Matthew Michael, who I just interviewed for the podcast. His podcast episode is coming out shortly, depending on when you're watching this and listening to this episode. It might already be up there, but Matthew Michael, the owner of Arco Isis Sanctuary, interviewed him. I was hosting a residency with him on the mountainside, and we were doing in-person beautiful sessions. I absolutely loved teaching and guiding people and hosting these experiences. And I decided I'm going to go online. After this, I'm going to go online. And right in that moment, I spilled an entire water bottle on my computer. My computer. Speaking of computers, my computer needs to be plugged in right now. But I spilled an entire water bottle on my computer as I wanted to go online. So this, if I had known back then what I know now about the creative compass, the hero's journey, also known as the Enneagram, but this roadmap to success, then I would know that I was at a point 3 moment. And the universe was asking me, how bad do you want this? And I didn't know this. So I let months go by of heartache, like grieving a laptop because I didn't make a lot of money at this residency. I wasn't making a lot of money volunteering and doing these things that had a lot of overhead, and I wasn't being valued, to be honest. You're going to love my interview with Matthew Michael, but the truth of the matter was I didn't get paid for the amount of work that I put in. And that residency was a catalyst to pay myself more and to build programs that I could charge a price that was worth the amount of training and expertise and care that I was pouring in to my clients. We really didn't make that much money on this residency. And sure, so many people, oh, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity. No, I have a master's degree. I had already traveled the world. I had already had some level of success. Like I was a internationally recognized teacher. Like, no, this was not an opportunity to make less than $1,000. That's gone in a month. And so it was a catalyst for me to get my ish together. So a friend at that point actually bought me a used laptop because I didn't have enough money to get another laptop. And it was this determination, this persistence that allowed me to have the success that I have today, which is six-figure company that I run with a very lean team. I don't have a lot of output going on. I have one assistant. I don't have a lot of overhead because we got my laptop. This is my second laptop since then. And yeah, so your persistence, your desire, you understanding, and I didn't understand that this hardship meant I wasn't aligned. I really, really, really took it as maybe I'm not, this isn't the path. And maybe I'm just forced to make less money than everybody else with more training. And maybe I'm just forced to make less money than everybody else because I grew up poor and that's my lot in life. And once you're poor, you're always poor. I had these thoughts. Maybe it's just my lot in life, bad things happen to me and woe is me. And this is the shadow of the Pisces. I have a prominent placement in Pisces, my Pisces moon. And that is the shadow of the Pisces, the victim mentality. And all of us have some remnants of victim mentality because it is a collective program that keeps people in the cult of average. And so this roadmap shows us that when something challenging is happening to you, it is not the universe saying, you don't deserve this. The universe actually has your back through persistence. Awards go to the people who are persistent. If you look at the people that won awards at the last award show, I didn't actually watch it. I have to be honest. Well, maybe I will watch it. I actually love celebrities and stars and that kind of culture. Sometimes in my life, it's more prominent than others. Right now, it's not that prominent. My friends are my celebrities. We're all these like wild characters, and I love being around my friends. I love to study myself. I love to study my people's growth, my clients' growth, because my clients are all celebrities in their own right. You're all somebody that's meant to stand on the stage of their life and have people listening in and have people that say, you're my go-to guide. And even if you have a small audience, you have an audience of people listening to you. Imagine if you went into a room of 200 people. I got a reel that got 200 views the other day. And sometimes I get thousands of views, and sometimes I just get 200. And I have to remind myself and my clients, if I walked into a room of 200 people, I'd be like, damn, there's a lot of people. And I'd be nervous, So we get the opportunity to speak into so many lives, even if it's just 5 people, even if it's just 5 people. If you have the right message and the right care and they're so aligned to work with you and you have the right offer, one of those people becomes your client. And now, boom, you're living on mission. Okay. And you get to grow your audience as you go. You get to grow your audience as you grow. And so this moment of trashing the thing that I needed to have an online business, it slowed me down for way longer than it had to. I really was in this internal conflict of why things were happening to me, why I wasn't successful yet. Because remember, also, I'm 41 now. So this was mid 30s. And for those of us who are getting upward in age, watching all these 20 something year olds get famous on TikTok and have, all sorts of careers, there's also this thought of like, I'm too late. Is it too late? Like, is it ever going to happen for me? And so when I work with clients that are closer to my age or older, I've worked with women in their 70s, I've worked with women in their 50s. It's so beautiful. I'm in my 40s, and these thoughts become more prominent for us. And these are the thoughts that I help you to face of like, no, girl, like Maya Angelou didn't write Why the Caged Bird Sings until her late 40s or 50s. And Frida Kahlo wasn't known till later in life. And we just get to keep spinning the wheel, but we want to spin the wheel accurately. We want to have the correct roadmap because it is too easy to stop when you spill the proverbial water and break the thing that you need. It's too easy to go, oh, this is broken, but this wheel is unbreakable. It's unbreakable. The lines are not broken. The circle is holding everything together. It is unbreakable. If you go through every step, you are guaranteed a result. It's unbreakable. So if you're feeling like, oh, I don't know how, you're just not remembering that you've already created an extraordinary thing. There are so many things that you've unconsciously created that you went through all of these steps, but maybe they were easier for you to create because your belief was that you could create them. I personally have gotten almost every job I've applied for. I know I could get a job tomorrow, but it was harder for me to believe that I could make a great living working for myself because I had no role models of that growing up. And I'm a 6'2" in human design. 6 is the line of the role model, 2 is the line of the hermit, love my home. But I also had to become my own role model. And that's my design in life. And so when you're living your design, it's not just that you're living your human design, you're living the universal design. You're living the universal design. And if you go through this circle, you come to each point, and each point has its own gifts and medicine. And just because point 3 tends to be hard, it's a shock point. So it'll shake you up. But if you know that and you're getting shook up, you can start to nod and say, I'm on the path. How can I handle this? You can go to your mentor, hopefully it's me, and you can ask the right questions to go, how do I get through this? How did you get through this? Am I able to get through this? Am I strong enough? And I'm going to hold space for you when you feel like you're not strong enough. So I believe in you. Borrow my belief in you until you can fully believe in yourself, until you've spun the wheel a few times, you've crafted an offer, you've launched the offer. So the next live programs in the Conscious Creative Business School are all based on this beautiful roadmap. We are going to craft, or if you already have your offer, we're going to refine your offer. So we're going to design an offer if you don't have your next era offer. If the offer that you have you don't like, or the offer that you have isn't working anymore, or the offer that you have isn't selling, we can refine it or we can design a new one. So either way, it's the same process. So come inside the Conscious Creative Business School now so you can get started with designing or refining your next era offer. And I'll be right by your side for that. And then we are going to launch it into the world. So we are going to pre-launch it. Right now, I'm helping my clients to build their freebies because that's what pre-launch is all about. If you want to warm up your people so that they know that you're their go-to guide before you even sell them anything, so that they're like on the edge of their seat waiting for whatever it is that you put out, let's go. Right now, you can join the Conscious Creative Business School, and the next few classes are all around creating your freebie. And I also have already filmed for you my 5-day freebie funnel formula, which is a standalone self-paced course that you can take that in between the calls, and then I'm there with you live. So I'm right by your side live, helping you to refine your freebie so that you can start to already gain an audience that is ready to be sold to. Because people on social media really aren't ready to be sold to, but people on your email list, they are. They're closer to being sold to. They want to know what your offer is about. They want to know what you got thrown, what you got going on. They're reading your words, they're reading your emails. They've gone through your nurture sequence, which I help you to create in the next few classes. So don't wait. If you don't want to take these classes self-paced and you want to take these classes live, join now because we are putting together your freebie in the next few live calls. Amazing. Then in the next live program, we're refining your offer. And then in the next live program, we are launching it. So I will be by your side as you're launching. Now, if you know how to launch an offer or you've already launched an offer, the things that we're going to be doing together are going to help you to launch your offer. So you don't have to wait till we're all launching our offers together. But you will have the training right in your online learning portal so that you will always know how to launch your offer. I have behind the scenes trainings. I've been doing this work for 5 years. And I even have behind the scenes of me launching to $50,000 launch and behind the scenes of my clients launching to 5-figure launches. And I have all of that available for you to go through now. You don't have to wait. All for $250. You can get started. Did you hear me? Are you surprised? So this isn't the one-on-one private mentorship, but my school, you get personalized support. So you get office hours in my school Tuesday through Thursday. You get to ask me questions, you get to share your challenges, you get to hand in homework. Tuesday through Thursday, ask me questions, share your challenge, hand in homework. And my clients are getting their freebies reviewed because right now the school is still small group. But I intend, that's my intention for my school, and we all start somewhere. I've had masterminds that were successful, I've had private mentorships that were successful, but this next era is about, for me, this scalable school. And so my intention is to have this filled up with as many people who want to work with me. But right now it's small groups. So you're getting personalized support as if it were a mastermind. So do not wait. Do not wait because one, the price will go up, and two, you won't be getting as personalized support if you wait till next year. So the Conscious Creative Business School is open for rolling enrollment right now. The next few classes, again, are on your freebie building and your freebie funnel. So your freebie and how to lead people off of social media into something that gives them a quick win so that they feel like you're their go-to guide into a series of emails. I have templates for you. I have cheat sheets. I have all the things so that this is an easeful process for you. I gathered the tools for you. So I'm giving them to you in the school. And yeah, it's such a great place to be, also to connect with other spiritual entrepreneurs. And we do the energy work as well. So we do that together. And I'm holding space for your consistent practice of the energy hygiene techniques that I give you to be able to reprogram your subconscious mind. And we take the actions together. So you're taking actions not on your own, even at the group level, even at the school level. I know each and every one of my clients personally, and I know each and every one of their businesses by heart. And that's not going to continue forever. So, right now is the time to join the Conscious Creative Business School. If you're like, I've always wanted to mentor, but I can't afford it, I can't afford the thousands of dollars that it would be to work with me one on one, and that's okay. I have short-term mentorships that are more affordable, but my 4-month mentorship and my year-long mentorship, these are it's thousands of dollars to work with me, as it should be at this level that I pour into my clients privately and personally. But if you ever wanted personal support that felt like somebody really cared about you and you didn't want to pay the thousands of dollars that it normally takes to work with me, you can get started for 250 bucks. So reach out to me, or the links are everywhere. The Conscious Creative Business School is for you if you are a facilitator of transformation who wants to create higher than average revenue months. The school is for you if you like a mix of do it yourself, in your own time, self paced, but you know you love personal and live as well. So this isn't just do it yourself. There are live calls each and every week, even on our school breaks. So we take a few weeks of school break, and I am still giving office hours during that school break. So I'm still answering my clients' private, well, personal messages, and answering my clients' homework. They're handing in their homework even on the school break and checking it, giving upgrades, giving optimization. And I also help them through their challenges. So you get hot seat coaching every week, you get your questions answered every week, and you get homework checks every week for only 250 bucks a month. If your jaw is dropped to the floor, especially if you've been following me for a while, just know that this is an offering of the heart. I've always wanted to have a more accessible offer, and now is the time. I know that there is someone out there that wants to work with me personally, but can't afford the $8,000 mentorship, maybe not even able to wrap your head around the 2,500 2-month mentorship. And all of that is okay. I'm here for you. And I care about my students as much as I care about my private clients. And you'll see, if you want a taste of the work, just message me, because I will chat with you around if this is a right fit with you, for you. I'm really excited to meet you and to hear about your vision and to share this evolution and growth with you, especially with the Enneagram, the face of God, the hero's journey, which I call the creative compass. You cannot fail. This is backed. All of my offerings are backed by this creative compass. If you go step by step with me by your side, or even if you went step by step alone, if you truly are a DIYer, even if you went step by step alone, there's some of my students that they just tell me that they got the success from going through the modules. And I'm like, hey, I'm here for you. I love answering your questions. And they're like, no, the modules were so powerful that I did the work and I got the success. So I'm like, okay, it's fine. Like, some of my clients don't show up for the calls, which I definitely don't recommend, like meeting weekly for this up level and these transmissions and meeting together and sharing your voice with me and sharing your challenges and sharing your questions in these live sessions and getting taught live. Like, this is really been very, very helpful for most people. But however you want to do it, however you want to do it, for 250 bucks a month, I'm not going to control you, but I am going to let you know how most people have got the success is really by showing up live and showing up for themselves. And even if you couldn't make the live calls, you'd still get so much from the material and the office hours, Tuesday through Thursday, questions, challenges, concerns, and homework checks. So it's been so lovely chatting with you today around this creative compass and how you can fail proof your success. And I'll see you next time.